So it's our monthly message, Marilyn.
It is. What kind of message would you like to talk about?
Well, it's been kind of a crazy month, don't you think? It's still in the stay at home.
It's been a wonderful, intense, peace-filled, it's been a month of opposites.
The other thing I've noticed is how beautiful it's been.
Yeah.
You said peace. For us, it's been really peaceful because we're not traveling, but we're still working just as much. I mean, we've been doing live stream, and we've been learning all kinds of new skills and teaching all kinds of new skills to people.
No, I think that's what this is all about, is learning new things.
Yeah.
How to learn, I spoke with someone today in the park. I went and looked at the lake at a different location than where we are right now. And I spoke with someone in the park, and normally they would not speak to me, but I think it's because we're all kind of starved for human contact. They talked to me, and we talked about the ducks, and we fed the ducks, and she gave me breadcrumbs to feed the ducks, and normally people would not communicate in that capacity.
Well, the other thing I noticed is, because I like to go out for a run, I've noticed that there's a lot of mother-daughters walking, husband-wife walking. I mean, normally I see moms with little babies out, but now I'm seeing moms with their high school age kids out on bikes and walking. And remember the other day we met the nice there were two families out walking, or two moms with their girls, and we just stopped and said hello, and it was beautiful.
Had a whole conversation.
Yeah.
And I even gave away a bracelet.
You did give away a bracelet.
A part of it is just, I was talking with our chiropractor, whom we both love, our chiropractor.
I'm going to let you hold this since I'm the camera person.
Okay.
My arms are getting tired.
And we can't tell if we're in the camera or not because it's so bright out
yeah,
there.
we can see. I can see us.
Okay,
hello.
Good. But, she had... The thing that she noticed, besides wearing a mask and gloves to treat people, is that every night she has family with her 3 sons. And they sit around and they talk about all kinds of things. They've even started, as a family, making masks for people.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I have the first mask that one of their sons made. It's a little tricky to get on, but it serves its purpose. But, it's so amazing to see all of the new and good things that are coming from this stay-at-home mandate.
Yeah, and I've even had a virtual date.
A virtual date? You've had more than one virtual date.
It was actually really, really fun, I think that this has caused us, and I've done happy hour with some of my girlfriends, and you have too.
I have too, absolutely.
And what's cool about that is that I don't normally get together with some of them, and they're asking, let's do it again.
Yeah, and my brothers and I, we normally communicate when there's an emergency, or if Joy and I are going to be in that state or near them, and we don't communicate any other way. And now we text. We have a group text going around every 2 or 3 days, and I talk to them every week, and just to make sure that everybody's okay, and just say hi. And it's that's great.
Yeah, we do the ssame thing. We have a family text going. Actually, on both sides of my family, we have a text going where everyone just checks in. It's not every day. It's every couple of days, and they find something funny about the virus, and they may post a meme or a Facebook post or something in it, and everybody has a big laugh. But it's really pulled us together in so many ways.
And in learning new things, can we learn what a meme is?
Oh, how many don't know what a meme is?
I do.
A meme is just, a Facebook post.
A Facebook post. We do learn new things, don't we?
A meme is a Facebook post, that basically teaches you something, or is a saying, or is something. A lot of times it has to do with a current event, a funny around a current event, which is mostly what I've seen.
So what new things have you learned in your stay-at-home mandate as keeping separate. I mean, is this posted on a page somewhere?
Yeah, yeah, you can, we would love to hear from you, actually, and this is usually posted on a blog post, so please be sure to write in the comment where we can share it, the different things that you've been doing or learning. How has your life changed in a positive way? What kinds of things have you suddenly begun doing that you didn't do before, mostly because you didn't have time? I was looking out the window this morning as I was having coffee, and I noticed again there was a mom and a daughter that were out, just kind of looking at things and walking around, and I thought, we never have time. We never make the time to do it, and it's almost like Gaia slowed us all down so that we could smell the roses.
I think that's really it, is Gaia has slowed us all down. I don't know that any of us will ever return to where we were, as to go, constant movement. I think that we're all, those of us that are able to sit back and relax a little bit, are enjoying it. And even though we're still doing all of our events, they're just moving online. So we had to learn a lot of new things to move them online. And we are still learning new things to move them online. It's still, it's a whole new world. And Adironda has always said that there is no paradigm from where you are right now. And, I think that that's true. I think that we are carving new gateways in the quantum world. And I even read a couple of paragraphs in a book today. I don't remember what they were.
I thought you sleep with books.
I do sleep with books.
Weren't you going to teach people your technique?
I was going to teach people my technique.
How to sleep with books.
You want to sleep with books? This is my technique. Do not put the book under your pillow, because if you do, you will wake up feeling as though you've read a book all night long. Instead, put the book beside you and set the intention that you will get the information before, as you're sleeping, that you need from the book. You may or may not get the storyline, but you'll get the facts that you need from the book. And I have a book in my bed most every night. And, again, you can put it on your nightstand, although I've found that I don't remember as much when I put it on my nightstand as when I put it on the bed itself. And I find that when I take the book out of the bed, I get a little deeper sleep. So keep in mind that if you need your sleep, don't sleep with your books.
And there you have it. If you want to read a lot of books, sleep with your books. I don't personally sleep with my books, but I always have a stack of books next to my bed, because the first thing I do in the morning is I read for 20 to 40 minutes of a book. It's part of my spiritual practice. Hey, Marilyn, do you mind if I turn this camera around for a quick second?
I don't mind. Turn it around. It's so beautiful here.
Where
this
is the
the
turnaround?
I don't know. I can't see the screen.
Oh, I'm going to have to do it this way. So I just want everyone to see that this is, where Marilyn and I live. And one of our favorite things to do is to come and sit here on our lake, which is right out our back door. And it's so peaceful, whenever either one of us needs a moment to breathe, we'll come sit here. There's something about watching water flow. And right now it's not flowing as fast as it sometimes does. Sometimes it flows really fast, and sometimes it flows slower, like it is right now. But, it's a beautiful day here. And, who knew? Like, I sit here, I'm from California by way of Colorado, and I sit around this lake, and maybe there's some of you who can relate to this, but for me, like, being in Missouri with Marilyn is like Huck Finn. I think about Huck Finn and Tom Sawyer and Becky. They must be here somewhere, and they even have like a forest here called isn't it called Tom Sawyer Wilderness or something? Or no, it's
Hannibal, Missouri is home of Mark Twain.
It's real. Those were my favorite books. So what else should we talk about for this monthly message, Marilyn? What do you want to say to everybody?
It's time to You don't have anybody in your world and you feel like you're all alone. We've got a friend here that it doesn't live with anybody. Excuse me. I also have seen my allergies kick up. How fun is that? But the thing is to reach out to somebody, and you can reach out to us. The thing I love about spring is there's so many different shades of green as the trees are getting their leaves. They're so beautiful, and some trees, bloom, or do they grow leaves? Blossom.
Yes, they do grow leaves. If you ever look real closely, there's like, the reason it's different colors is because a tiny part of the leaf comes out and it's still like that bright green mixed with the brown, so that makes a color. And as it becomes more of a full leaf, the color becomes a deeper and deeper green. So it's almost like mixing colors on a canvas.
I have learned today, actually, that Joy is a wealth of knowledge. Our friend Tracy went out for a boat ride on her kayak or paddleboard or something, and she wanted Joy to go, and Joy said it was too cold, that she would turn into a lizard. And I said, well, lizards, their temperature changes. And then I realized, and then Joy taught me about lizards and snakes and things, that you can freeze them and then they don't move, and you can take pictures of them, and then they're not dead. They come back to life when their temperature warms up.
Yeah, they're cold-blooded.
I didn't know that you could freeze them.
Well, you don't exactly.
That doesn't
freeze them,
seem
but
like a nice thing to do.
It's like think about what they do.
So we're gonna get letters from people that are saying, "You freeze your animals?"
No, I don't. This is a photographer's trick. I come from the world of graphic design and photography and all that good stuff, and that's what we did. Was we would put the lizard in the freezer at a certain temperature, and then you could pull the lizard out and literally, like a piece of clay, mold them to the position that you wanted and take a photograph. And Marilyn thought I had like 3 heads when I told her that.
So today is the day about learning new things. So you've learned a little bit about how to photograph lizards and snakes. You've learned a little bit about the tree leaves that come out in the spring. You've learned that sometimes the current goes fast in this lake, and sometimes it goes slow, and that all depends on if the floodgates are open. I've learned that when it rains the day before, to be aware of where you're sitting, because I'm actually sitting in a little puddle of water.
Well,
I didn't realize
I have
that.
white pants on, so it's a good thing I didn't choose that chair.
You probably will. When you stand up, it will be wet. I guarantee it. So, try new things right now. See what kind of new things that you've learned to appreciate in this stay-at-home time. Oh, look at that. We actually have a family of eagles that are living here that normally at this time of year they are never here. They're only ever here in Missouri in January, and now they're still here. I saw one just the other day. They have a huge nest just down the way beyond this side, and they fly. I saw one the other day. They flew down, they grabbed a big old fish and took it back to their nest.
Wow, you saw that?
Yeah.
That's really cool. And I know, Carl was saying that he sent us that picture of an eagle that was in the tree right next to where he lives. It's like, amazing. I remember one time I saw a hawk swoop across the highway right in front of our windshield, and it had a snake in its talons. And when something like that happens, you have to ask yourself, what does this mean?
Yeah, pay attention to the signs.
Yeah.
So, and we've got our nice friendly boat just strolling down the river here. No motor going, just kind of following the current. Fishing. Or maybe getting ready to. This is the kind of day it is. So let us know in the chat below, what new things are you learning to appreciate this month?
This is the Ozarks. If you've never been to the Ozarks, they are the oldest mountains in the United States. They're not tall like the Rockies, but they are beautiful, and they have huge trees covering them.
And so it's time to learn new things. So, oh, look, that's maybe a father and daughter.
Yeah, see, you see a lot of that right now. People are spending time together.
How nice. So, what new things are you doing? Put them in the chat below and sit back, relax, and enjoy your day. Namaste, y'all.
Namaste, y'all.
Namaste, y'all.